Hi, hello viewers. Warm welcome to my classroom. Today's topic, Rain on the Roof, a poem from class 9, Beehive. Poem is written by Coach Skinny. Let us move to the class. Let's know about the poet. Coach Skinny was born in 1826 near Penn, New York. He was an American lawyer, politician, journalist and poet. He wrote poetry and his verses were collected in Kiko 1855 and other poems, Lyrics of the Ideal and the Real in 1888, Mr. Fire, a trilogy and some eclogues in 1899, and The Rain on the Roof, which was set to music, was the most popular work. He died in Ohio in 1904. Hope you followed. Now let's pay attention on the title of the poem. From the title of the poem, Rain on the Roof, we can make out that the poem is about the rain. The poet is telling us about the memories he recollects when he looks at the rain. The sound of the raindrops falling on the roof of his house brings back sweet memories of his past. The poet even remembers his mother when it rains. It reminds him of the moments when his mother used to tuck him in the bed to sleep. She used to watch him sleeping all the night till dawn when he was asleep. The poem Rain on the Roof talks about the poet's varied reactions to the sound of raindrops falling on the roof of his house. Hope you followed. Now pay attention on the theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is the healing power of rain. The continuous musical sound of raindrops falling on the rooftop of poet's house at night has the ability to revive sweet memories in the mind of the poet and rouse fancies in an otherwise busy mind. The rain thus soothes and comforts an overworked mind by taking the poet back to his lovely past. Hope you followed. Central idea of the poem. The central idea of the poem Rain on the Roof is to appreciate the healing power of rain. While listening to the pitter-patter sound of the rain, the poet remembers all his sweet memories of his past. According to the poet, the raindrops falling on the rooftop at night lend a musical sound which has the ability to recall even the memories of his mother. Hope you followed. Now let us focus attention on summary of the poem. In this poem, the poet tries to describe how he feels on a rainy day. He states that whenever it rains, he starts to recall all his past memories. While lying on his bed in the cottage, he listens to the pitter-patter sound of the rain. As he listens to the sound of the rain, he starts to remember his old days when he was a little boy. Further, he remembers his mother and her memories. In addition, he remembers how his mother takes care of him during the rainy days so that he might not catch a cold. While listening to the sound of the rain, he remembers all the sweet memories of his past. Hope you followed. Now look at the poem, stanza 1. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Meanings of new words from stanza 1. Humid, something which is full of moisture. Shadows refers to the moisture-laden clouds which cast a shadow on the earth. Hover, move around something, melancholy, sad, bliss, happiness. Patter, sound of raindrops falling on the roof. Cottage chamber means the bedroom. Stanza 1 explanation. Poet is describing a dark, rainy night. The humid shadows are appearing over the stars. Here the clouds have been described as human shadows. There is a sad darkness around. The rain is describing an emotion as it looks like tears falling softly from human eyes. The feeling of lying while pressing pillow and listening to sound of raindrops falling on rooftop is awesome, as explained by poet. Hope you followed. Now look at the stanza 2. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof, as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Meanings of new words from stanza 2. Tinkle, short light ringing sound. Shingles, rectangular wooden tiles used on roofs. Echo, repeated sound. Oof, weft, the thread woven across the loom. Patter, sound of raindrops falling on the roof. Busy being refers to human beings, and here the poet is referring to himself. Stanza 2 explanation. Every drop of rainwater on the rooftop has an echo in the heart of poet, and it creates 1,000 fanciful dreams in his heart. 1,000 recollections of past memories come back into his mind as dreams. The memories are woven like air threads in poet's mind when he listens to the patter of rain upon his roof. Hope you followed. Now look at the stanza 3. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years ago to regard the darling dreamers. Yeah, she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Hope you followed. Meanings of new words from stanza 3. Where? Old poetic word for before. Dawn, daybreak. List, old poetic word for listen. Refrain, a repeated part of a song or a poem. Here, the sound of the rain. Hope you followed. Stanza 3 explanation. In this stanza, the poet introduces his mother. He says that he is dreaming of his mother. The rain brings the memory of his mother, who is no longer alive. In the past, she used to love him a lot. She used to consider him a darling, and she would let him sleep till daybreak by dreams. The poet can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens to the patter made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop of his room. The poet is moved by the sound of the raindrops on the shingles of his room. Whenever he hears this pitter-patter sound, it not only brings back his past memories, but also the memories of his mother. Hope you followed. Let us pay attention on literary devices. Stanza 1. First one, alliteration. The repetition of a consonant sound in 2 or more consecutive words. Example, humid hover, The sound of ha is repeating here. Humid hova, ha ha, is repeating. So it is alliteration. Next one, starry spears. The sound of sir is repeating. So it is alliteration. Next one, press pillow. The sound of P is repeating. Next one, lie listening. Sound of la is repeating. So these are all alliterations. Coming to the next one, next device, onomatopoeia. What is this? It means the use of sound words to create a dramatic effect and auditory imagery. These words create a dramatic effect and auditory imagery. Let us see the example. Patter is the use of sound word. It is the sound made by the raindrops falling on the rooftop. Next device, personification. It means treating a non-living thing as a living being. Example, darkness has been personified. Actually, darkness is not a human being, but it is personified as human being. When he says that it is sad, like a human being. Hope you followed. Literary devices from stanza 2. First one, alliteration. Once again, definition. The repetition of a consonant sound in two or more consecutive words. Words must be side by side. See the example. Busy being. Sound of B is repeating here. So it is alliteration. Rain roof. Sound of ra is repeating. So it is alliteration. Next device, onomatopoeia. The use of sound words to create a dramatic effect and auditory imagery. The words which are creating dramatic effect are tinkle and patter. These are the sounds made by the raindrops. Next device, personification. Definition. Treating a non-living thing as a living being. Example, recollection is personified. Recollection is not a human being, but it is personified. When he says that they weave dreams, means recollections weave dreams. So it is personified. Hope you followed. Literary devices from stanza 3. Once again, alliteration. Let me take the examples. Memory, my mother. 3 words are there, and all the 3 words, the sound ma is repeating. So it is alliteration. Next example, darling dreamers. The sound D is repeating. So it is alliteration. Hope you followed. Next one, onomatopoeia. The use of sound words to create a dramatic effect and auditory imagery. The word patter is creating dramatic effect here, sound effect here. That is sound of raindrops falling on the shingles of the roof. Hope you followed. Thank you, friends. That's all for today. But don't forget to like it. Click on bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thank you.